got it running yet because I got to make a new valve for this side here. And this side works okay. This side works good. It's got some nice compression on it and suction, you can feel it. But this valve was wore out. And you can see here, if you look really close on both sides, it looks like when it was in the lathe it came loose. So it chewed it up some. Well, that didn't help, of course. So I'm going to make a new one. Now, I've already started. What I have, I don't know if anybody recognizes this. This is probably a 1950s piece of brass, or maybe even earlier, of a bathroom stem for an old shower valve. So I keep old brass around, kicking around, because you never know when you might need a piece. And look at that. So I started machining it down. Right now I'm just a few thousandths over. It is loose. See that play? It's not much. But it's just enough to let the air by, of course. So now I'm going to make a new valve out of this. Slightly, a few thousandths over. Let me turn this down. Okay, there's my new stem I got mounted in the lathe, and I've got it marked off so I know where to turn down the oil ridges lines. This is this right here, something like that. Now what these are oil ports. And maybe port's a bad term, I'm sure. Oil groove. So basically it's just a very, very few thousandths of an inch thick groove that oil will get in there and ride and act like a ring to help seal it. starting point, the edge there, I'm not getting right into the shoulder the way I want. I'll come back and clean it up afterwards because I'll change bits. I'm more concerned with the start and the stop right now on the left side, so I'll come back to this area here afterwards and clean it up. Clean up that shoulder. I'll cut this pass and then I'll stop and check. See how we're looking for depth. This isn't that critical because it's just a bypass to let the steam go by. Since this is brass, it's a very small amount, I'm just going to plunge cut this in. This bit will cut on both sides. I'll go kind of quick here until I get down there and down in there. So basically I'll just turn it down until I hit the blue. Going real slow because I want a nice smooth finish, less cleanup. And then get right into the shoulder nice and square. Okay. Now what I'm trying to duplicate is this guy right here. So now this is good. This is down to where I need it. Now I have to drill a hole in it. I'm gonna mill it. I've got a milling attachment that goes on my milling machine. Okay, another thing I learned when you're cutting off, don't go all the way through. Stop there. This was a stem. I mentioned this earlier. And you see with the threads on. This was where your handle, when you're in the bathtub. Turn this on and off. Utilize some old brass. So now, when you get this far, Like I said, don't snap this off, 'cause a lot of times you snap it off, this will go sideways, it will pinch your cut off and throw the whole thing out and ruin your bar, your work. So I've learned from experience to stop there when it comes to small parts, and then just break it off. Then you can go back and finish it off anyway. Right down into it. Okay, there is, after I milled it, looks good. You know, it's a lot better than doing it by hand, cutting it by hand. It's a lot easier, that's for sure. So here are the two valves. That's the old one on the right, and then that's the new one I'm making on the left. Alright, there we go. There's the new one. Here's the old one. You can see how it's all eaten up. And I built a new one. And time to go put it in there. And give it a shot, see how it works.